Hello, welcome to this CIVITAS e-course. My name is Martens and I work for Mobiel 21 in Belgium. My main field of expertise is mobility management, so all the so-called soft measures like campaigns, information, bike sharing, carpooling, just to name a few. And of course, our topic for today, company travel plans. Now, in this e-course, we will teach you about the benefits of company travel plans, both for cities and for companies. And we will also give you some practical insights to implement company mobility management yourself. So I hope this course will inspire you to really make it work in your company, city or region. Good luck! Just providing infrastructure for sustainable alternatives to the car is not enough to solve problems like congestion, like pollution. So we really need to convince people of the benefits of alternative modes and to organize them in such a way that they're as easy to use as the private car. And companies are very important players in this field because they have so many commuters coming to their office every day, and this represents a very large part of daily traffic. These are also trips that are very predictable and repetitive, and these are more easy to change than trips that you have to plan each time again. Working on mobility management has many benefits for companies. Of course, each benefit will have a different value for different companies, but just to name the main reasons why companies engage in mobility management. First, very often they engage in mobility management because they have a specific problem, like parking pressure or frequent late arrivals because people get stuck in traffic. Then another very important reason is that many companies are now interested in a corporate social responsibility approach, or CSR. So they really want to show that they don't only make their financial profits, but they also want to generate some profit for the planet and for the people. And then, last but not least, companies are still commercial enterprises, so they would be very interested to hear that with mobility management they can save costs. For instance, because they need fewer parking spaces because fewer people will come by car. Or by having more employees that walk and cycle, they will become more healthy and more productive. There are a lot of potential actions that you can take in a company, and also a lot of people to involve. So it's really important to take a structured approach. In this block of the course, we will give you a model of how to structure the planning process to build a company mobility plan. You should start with an analysis of the current status of mobility and the current problems of mobility in the company in order to be able to select the best measures for your company. Then it's time to make an action plan with all the measures that are best suited for your company. And here it's very important to make a good mix of measures so that they can reinforce each other and create feasible transport options for all employees. After implementing the measures, it's really important to monitor and evaluate and then adapt the plan. So it's really a continuous process. There are a lot of different stakeholders that you should involve in the planning process in order to get the necessary support for the plan. First of all, there is no such thing as the company. There are a lot of different managers and departments in the company that should have their say. Then you have the stakeholders on the supply side of the transport system. So you have the local authorities, maybe even the regional authorities that really want to solve the mobility problems in their city or region, and who also are responsible for managing some of the infrastructure. Then also on the supply side you have the transport companies that are also interested in getting their ridership numbers increased, and that you can involve maybe to get some discounts or additional services. And then there is the demand side of the transport system. Of course, very important, you have the employees, the commuters that go to their company every day. Of course, they just want the most convenient and cheapest way to travel by their favorite mode of transport. But then you also have the visitors and the customers that want to come to your company, and then last but not least, the suppliers that need to deliver things at your company's site. So you see, a lot of people have a stake in this process of building a company travel plan, and there is no one single recipe that's best for organizing consultations and involvement. But it's very important to think about this process right from the start and set up some kind of consultative structure and planning to when to involve people and when to communicate about a travel plan. Many cities have already found a good approach to engage companies in mobility management. They can use, for instance, parking management, taxes, or building permits to nudge companies towards more sustainable mobility. Other options include obliging companies to make a company travel plan or encouraging it by means of campaigns, information, trial offers, and so on. Now, as a mobility professional, you will of course have to select the mechanisms that will best work in your own local situation. And probably the best way to start is to identify those stakeholders and those companies that are already most motivated to work on sustainable mobility and on mobility management. And if you have a few success stories to show, then other companies will be more easily convinced to participate. Of course, local authorities are also big employers, so they should also give the good example and implement mobility management themselves. So my main advice for those who are going to build a company travel plan is to really start planning very well from the beginning and make sure that all the important stakeholders are on board. But on the other hand, don't wait too long to implement those little things that you can already do today that don't take a lot of effort, like for instance, making sure that there is information on public transport available to your employees and your visitors. These little things can already make a big difference right from the beginning. So that's all for now. Thank you very much for taking this e-course. I hope this has provided you with a lot of inspiration to make your own action plan for engaging companies and other stakeholders in the rewarding process of building company travel plans. Good luck implementing it.